Hey everyone, it's Candice, and today I am going to talk about the most important lesson that I wish I learned before working in the call center. So, a little bit of a background about me. I have been in the BPO industry, specifically in the call center industry, for 4 years, 2 years as an agent taking calls, and 2 years as a QA. So, I basically know how hard it is to take calls. And if you are a veteran or if you are a newbie in this industry, or if you are still an applicant and you're planning to be in this industry, this video is going to be for you. So, what is that one message that I want to share with you? What is that one important lesson that you need to learn while you're working in the call center? And for me, that is to invest in yourself. I know it sounds common sense, right? You probably hear this message from your mother or from your grandmother. You probably hear it a lot, but how many of us are actually doing this? How many of us are actually investing in ourselves? And by investing in ourselves, I mean investing in your future so that you would be improving yourself financially, professionally, and what's the other Lee? Mentally, yeah, mentally. And this is particularly important for Filipino call center agents because the thing is, we are not getting any younger. We are not getting any healthier when we're working in this industry. As call center agents, especially if your account is a voice account, you are constantly exposed to stress. You are experiencing stress emotionally because you have to feel empathy. You can't help but feel affected by your customers' emotion. And if most of your customers are irate, then it's going to take a toll on your emotional and mental health, not to mention the physical, because you're basically sitting 8 hours per shift, 5 days a week. Sometimes there are overtimes. Sometimes there are even periods where you are not allowed to take a vacation. I mean, needless to say, it is such a stressful job. And you have to understand as well that when you are earning money working as a call center agent, you are actually also giving away something, and that is time. You are giving away your time. The thing about time is it's non-renewable. So you have to be wise in spending your money because when you're spending your money, you are basically spending your time, a resource that you just cannot take back once you give it away. Another reason that I think we should all invest in ourselves as call center agents is the artificial intelligence. There are definitely two sides of opinion about this artificial intelligence taking over the call center industry. One side is saying that no, absolutely not. Artificial intelligence is not going to take over the job because they are not humans and they don't have the capacity for it. And then there's another side saying that it is possible and it might happen in the next 5 to 10 years. Honestly, I am not an expert, so I'm not going to argue whether or not artificial intelligence is going to replace the call center industry. My point is, are you really going to wait to see what happens? If artificial intelligence is not going to be replacing the call centers, then fine, that's good, great. But what if it's going to be the opposite? What if 5 to 10 years from now, artificial intelligence is going to be taking over the call center industry? What then? What are you going to do about it? I think it's about time that you should prepare for uncertainties like this. You need to have a backup plan. Wouldn't it be nicer or wouldn't you be able to sleep better knowing that should artificial intelligence is going to deem this industry obsolete, then you have a backup plan. You have a plan B. You are not dependent in one source of income. And I'm not saying this just for artificial intelligence. This is definitely true for the COVID-19 or anything that will actually just threaten the stability of your job. Wouldn't it be nice to have some kind of blanket of security that you can use when the shit hits the fan? Before you buy that iPhone, before you buy that latest Nike shoes, or before you buy anything, no matter the price tag, cheap or expensive, I want you to think of the precious, non renewable resource that you are exchanging for that thing that's probably not going to make any difference in your life whatsoever. you need to ask yourself, is it worth it? Can you live without it? Like, literally, can you live without it? Because if the answer is yes, you can live without it, then you probably should be spending your money and time on things that will make a difference in your life financially, mentally, and professionally. I mean, I wish somebody told me about this since day one of working in this industry. Yeah, because last 2017, 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, because 3 years ago, when I quit this industry, I was just as penniless as when I started in this industry. I remember I only had around 28,000 in my bank account, which is basically good as penniless. I mean, I spent my years working in this industry for 4 years, and when I quit, I just wondered where all those money went. I had nothing to show for it when it came to the money. Of course, I learned a lot of things that I would never have learned had I not worked in this industry, and it was not all too bad. Overall, it was fruitful, but when it came to money, I just had nothing to show for it except the clothes that I was buying all the time that I ended up not wearing most of them. You know how it is. If you're a shopaholic, you probably know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's nothing wrong with working in the call center, but if you don't see yourself working in this industry for a long time, if you are constantly complaining about the stress that you're experiencing in this job, then you should probably do something about it. Don't just complain, do something about it. Be mindful about how you spend your money. Because when you spend your money, you're giving away your time. And time is non renewable. Once you spend it, you can never take it back. I really wish I knew this. This is one of my major regrets when it came to my professional career. If I had known this, I would have probably invested in myself earlier. If I did, then I would have quit the call center industry with some money and with some security. But that was not the case, unfortunately. And I hope that some of you could, take your lesson from this. Maybe just by talking about this lesson that I should have learned years ago when I started working in this industry, maybe I would be able to at least warn some of you, especially if you are a newbie and you think that yes, this is it. You're going to be well off. You're going to be good now. You don't have to improve yourself. You don't have to work for something because you have found a job. I think that's all for today. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about how you, as a call center agent, could invest in yourself and improve yourself financially, mentally, and professionally. If you like this content, subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. That's all for today. Bye.